Okay, hello. Back once again for part two. Okay, so we ended up here at the gallery to find someone that knows a bit more about that pot. So let's just have a little look around here. No, not quite yet. Picture, various pictures. Let's have a look.
I couldn't believe it. The pots were marked at 5,000 francs each. As far as I could tell, the pots were almost identical to the one I'd found in Ubier's house.
Mm-hmm.
At that price, I wasn't going anywhere near those pots.
Fair enough. I assume that would be similar. Let's have a look at the picture.
The wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money. The wasteland.
Okay.
Looked like a witch and a headless bust. I had seen better. I didn't think much of any of these artifacts. Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist. Rectangles.
Don't think that's cubist.
The pots were protected by a glass case. Pots, pots, and more pots. All hugely expensive.
Pots, pots, and more pots. Right, there's someone behind that case. What is that? Yeah, can't see them. Girls, okay.
The girls were in a world of their own.
Talk to the young girls.
Hi, girls. What's the joke?
あなたはキレてですね。
Okay, fine.
That was Japanese. You're pretty, aren't you? Pretty, good looking. Kirei, that's more for women, used for women. Anyway. Okay.
Spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound. I
Yeah.
could see a pattern emerging in this
Indeed.
artist's work.
That's what I was going to say.
Spheres.
Okay, right.
He was a pear-shaped guy with a fine display of multiple chins. Pots, pots.
Pots. Right, let's have a chat.
Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
A connoisseur.
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Ubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Did he say he was at his house earlier?
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
I'll stand a bit closer.
Yes, very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
What the hell do you think you're doing? You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
You bastard.
What's the difference between my pot and all those other pots?
Yours is broken.
Why, you smug, pompous sloth.
Sticks and stones, dear boy, sticks and stones.
Need to lamp him, George.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge.
And how the hell are you going to do that?
A valuable relic of an ancient civilization lay smashed on the floor. The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
Oh, hell. Okay.
He looked like an older version of Labano. The same supercilious expression, the same disdain in his eyes, and the same damned ponytail.
Don't knock a ponytail, George. All right. Let's have at it.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, sir. I'd be most happy to oblige.
You're English?
These days, one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
Maybe I should have shown him the pot before it bloody well smashed to pieces.
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir. One doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
So did I, until that slob smashed it. I have some questions I'd like to ask about those pots.
The Mexican collection? Certainly, sir.
Where did you get them from?
Mexico, of course. I think, sir, we'll find the price extremely reasonable.
Hey, I'm not interested in buying them.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, you'll excuse me.
Oh, hell.
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Ubier himself.
Do you believe the story that Ubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Have you seen any of Ubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated.
Sounds quite a good film.
I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
The docks. Right, I remember that part. That was on the demo I played.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
You swine.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
And no, sir, this is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
There is a gentleman over there who seems to be enjoying your wine.
I can't think why. It was very cheap.
Made it myself.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
Okay, well that's dried up that line of inquiry. We know we have to get to the docks, that's one thing. Hello?
It was a machine for reading credit cards. I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
Set up your own shop. Hello, what's all this? There's more to explore. I wonder what he would have said if I'd shown him the pot before it smashed. So,
It was a sturdy packing case.
Oh, I love packing cases.
Excuse me, sir.
Uh-huh.
That area is private.
Oh, so I'm not allowed back here?
No, sir.
It's cool how shadows work on George now. So they factored in a very rudimentary light source system in this one, an improvement on the previous game. Right, now what? So we need to do something with this chap.
I had enough of talking to that slob.
Went a bit wrong then. Okay. Maybe it's the girls then. Or have we got to go to the museum next, perhaps? I don't think this is
If I
good.
wanted to be laughed at, there was always Nico.
Fair point. Okay, right. I think we have reached the end of this particular trail, unless we can do one more chat about,
There was
Packing
nothing else I
case.
wanted to
No.
ask the man.
or maybe not.
I didn't think he'd be interested.
Okay, let's go. I'm very stuck. Very stuck. Oh, hello. Wait a second. Move over there. Glass, of course. Right. There is. We can click the glass. Got to be careful with these things.
The glass was half full of wine.
Right. Careless. In you go. Yeah, that was the way to do it. Okay.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
Want some more? Let's get this chap
Allow me.
sozzled. Oh yeah. Fucking hell. Is it 100% proof? George, we've killed him. Right. So, now that his back's turned, let's go over here. That might be the way.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label.
Read the damn label. Yes. Aha.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing. It was a sturdy pack.
There's nothing more of note there. Okay. Can we... You're going to want that.
I had no
Okay.
Glees wasn't happy, I could tell. Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me. Go away.
Oh dear. Man.
He was out for the count. I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
Okay. So we've got a snippet of information now on that label. So perhaps we can use that. Don't know how. Okay, hello there. Right, I've spared you a bit of toing and froing. I've been all over the place, and I was stuck. I didn't know what to do here, so I had to cheat. But I'll show you exactly what. But first of all, just going to go back to these Japanese girls, what they were talking about before. I watched what I recorded before, and as far as I know from my basic Japanese, there's a mistake there. So they said, Anata wa kirei te desu ne, which roughly means you are beautiful hands, aren't you? Which doesn't make sense. It should have been Anata no te wa kirei desu ne. I don't know what they intended. I think it's probably
I wasn't going to...
You're kind of pretty, or you're kind of good looking, or whatever. Does it matter? No. I'm just being a dick. Anyway, right, this is the thing I got wrong. So, what I should have done is, this is a newspaper clipping that we found beside the telephone. We have to look at it again, like this.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubie's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille. It was beginning to make sense. Ubie had organized Nico's abduction. Ubie withdrew money from Marseille. Oubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
And as simple as that, we find ourselves at the docks. So need to be aware of that in future.
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
Okay, so this section here I've played before, many times in fact. Back in the day we had a demo of this on the PlayStation 1, and all you could play was this little scene, so I probably remember it pretty well, I would have thought. There we are, it zooms in. Got a nice dog there.
It was a mean-looking guard dog.
Not so nice looking. Let's
Here,
talk
boy.
to him. Oh, you don't like that.
Here, boy.
Okay, oh, got a fence and a padlock.
The gates were fastened with a heavy-duty padlock.
Heavy duty.
Breaking steel padlocks with my bare hands was a feat I'd never mastered.
You gave it a good go there. I'm just going to try and climb over. I know you're not supposed to do that at this point, but let's give it a go. Just gave him a dog biscuit then.
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
He's trained to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
How a chap ends up working down at the docks in Marseille, the south of France, and obviously, well, he seems to have a New York accent. No idea, just a quirk of the designers, no doubt. Let's have a look in there. Look at George there. You bloody litterbug. Right, so while we're peeking through here, let's look at what we can see. Hello.
It was a box of blank forms.
Get 'em.
The box contained nothing but blank forms.
Get 'em. No, he won't get 'em. Okay. Spike.
The spike held a stack of papers which appeared to be shipping documents. None of them referred to Condor Transglobal.
Damn. Pick 'em up. Oh, bugger.
Gotcha. That'll learn you to leave things alone.
That'll learn you. Let's get another peek in. Oh, shit.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
Oh, I can talk to him.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
4 o'clock in the morning, eh? Oh, I think I know what we're going to do now. No, let's carry on
What
with the
time
time.
do you open the gates?
7.
Do you
Hell.
mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
What?
Well, wouldn't you just know it?
Month.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say.
Indeed.
What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
Does number 20 have rabies?
Nah, just a bad attitude. Like I said, he's a trained attack dog. They took him when he was a puppy and messed with his head to make him the way he is.
Hell. So we're dealing with a particularly brutish dog. we can't mess with him. Okay, let's just go in order.
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
That ain't happening.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Nah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other. Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker.
You reckon?
Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Fair enough.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her, and you should tell her. The docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah, struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
A poison dart, huh?
I could tell he didn't believe me.
Yeah, let's bring out the big guns.
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
Fair point.
Have you ever heard of Professor Ubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Not this one.
Oh, lovely. Baked beans.
Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible.
Hell. Beans on toast. Nice bit of toast. Butter on the top. Get the beans on there. Bit of black pepper. Grated cheddar cheese. Nice and strong on the top. Excellent. Maybe with a bit of chili sauce as well.
This is the dart that the Indian shot at my girlfriend.
Sheesh. That's pretty weird, but I don't see why you'd expect to find her here.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice. I gotta go
Okay.
now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Okay. Right, I'll leave that for now. Let's have a look at
The
this.
chimney was a metal pipe with a conical hat on top to stop the rain getting in.
Okie dokie. I remember something about that. I think we got to block it up to flush him out. That's what I remember. Okay, right. Look at this. Isn't it wonderful? Crikey. Yeah, this blew my mind when I first saw it. First played this. It's quite a big jump up from the first game, graphics wise. Yeah, just loved it. Anyway, right. Amongst this flotsam and jetsam, there's a bloody hook.
A short stick of wood floated near the edge of the landing stage. The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook for hooking boats.
George knows his shit. It's a bit like the sewer key, I imagine. We may need it for various things, perhaps. Okay, and there's a bottle.
Bobbing up and down in the oily water was the watchman's discarded beer bottle.
Let's get a bit of that. Ah, yeah, right, that's
The
what
bottle
that
was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it.
Yeah, it does look pretty filthy.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's 20. Okay, we've got a platform there.
The platform was held up by a hinged bracket. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of a structure which no longer existed.
Just remembered what that's about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We need to get the doggy on there and then dunk him in the water. Yeah, this is... I know this pretty well, but the rest of this won't be... The rest of the game I'm going to be clueless, I imagine.
The opening in the floor led up into the watchman's hut.
Get up there, mate. It's a cosy little cabin he's got, don't you think? God, I quite like that. Few beers, few beans, filling the place with methane. Right, let's have a look around.
A shabby old overcoat hung from a peg near the door.
Okay. That's the door.
It was the door which led to the docks on the other side of the fence.
Need to get through there. Box. Coal scuttle.
It was a large bucket filled with coal.
Stone.
It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's dinner.
Biscuits.
It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front.
Dog biscuits.
It was a filthy, stained coffee mug. It was an old, blackened kettle.
Oh, I love the attention to detail.
Something was bubbling in the watchman's saucepan.
Bean surprise. Okay.
The watchman was big and bulgy, like a sack of potatoes. His flushed and bloated face wore a sleepy, amiable expression.
Right, let's say hello.
Excuse me? Huh? Who's there?
Christ. I remember that. You filthy bugger. Poor George got bloody poleaxed on the old beam there. Right, so yes, right. Back up. We need to smoke the devil out. Okay.
Ouch! That's hot.
Yep.
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
Oh. And yet it opened the door when it was red hot from the fire. Hook. No. Newspaper? No.
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, "Surge, the beer that clears your head." The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
Nice.
Now
Okay.
I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
Right, now we need to block that bugger up. Pennies. Oh. Shove the bottle down there. Yeah. Is it? Yes,
The bottle had
indeed.
blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
You beauty. Should I talk to him?
Is something wrong?
Something wrong? I nearly choked to death.
Why don't you get some air? Take a long walk along the pier. I could stay here and watch the gate.
Oh no. You'd be through that gate as soon as my back was turned.
With that crazy dog around? Someday I hope to have kids.
Yeah, that's not going to make him budge. So we need to get back down here. Get up that trapdoor. Okay, we can have our way in here now. There's another good thing I like is the change of scale. Sometimes it's quite zoomed in, sometimes further out. Anyway, let's see if we can get
Someone
some
had
coal.
once told me a piece of coal brought you luck.
Nice.
Who was I to argue with irrational superstition?
I'll do just the same. Yes.
The saucepan was 3/4 full of baked beans. Baked beans in ketchup.
Yep. Nice stuff. Okay.
Yow!
Stove equals heat, heat equals burn, burn equals excruciating pain.
Yep. Better believe it. Right, that's what we need for the for 20.
The packet was full of dog biscuits.
Let's eat one.
It was the box of biscuits I'd taken from the watchman's hut. Gourmet dog. The snack your dog would bake himself. Sure, as if I'd let a stupid dog loose in the kitchen. There was a cute picture of a boxer dog wearing oven mittens.
Sounds nice.
It was my lucky piece of coal.
Okay, right. Can we get the
I
kettle?
couldn't think of one good reason to steal the watchman's kettle.
Make a brew.
That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was.
Oh, rat. Okay, right, coat. See if he's...
I wouldn't have considered wearing it if it had been the last coat on Earth.
Right, you're not supposed to do this, but let's see what happens when we walk through here.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Get down.
Okay, just hold on to that dog.
Get it. Shall I try again?
Hey, you wanna end up his dog died?
Now, there's an option I'd never truly considered before.
Shit, I would... No, okay. I'm tempted to do it a third time, but we may die. I'm just going to save it quick. Stuck in the gallery or rats. Okay. Might die of dog bite. Lovely. Right, let's try it. He's going to think we're totally mental now.
Down, boy. Down.
I think that's going to be repeated.
No, boy.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, we've reached the loop. Let's get down. Okay, he's gone back in. So, right, let's get that dog on the platform.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Yeah, you munch on that.
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
Oh yeah. Poor blighter. But he's okay.
As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
It's a nice bit of animation, that. Okay, he's off. Right, so... yeah, I guess we can just climb over the fence now. Let's give it a go. Good. It's not got his door again. Okay, this is as far as the demo went back in the day, so the rest of this will be winging. Anyway.
The doors looked 100 years old, but they were still very sturdy. A sturdy chain and padlock hung around the door handles.
Okay, look at this thing.
The clamp was held in a mechanism which forced its jaws open.
There's some kind of conveyor belt thing.
I decided not to tamper with the clamp. Those jaws looked like it could snap shut at any moment.
Stick your head in there.
It was a beautiful piece of 19th century engineering, but not a lot of use to me. It read Pont de Nord, fine wine producers. I didn't recognize the label. The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir.
I'd like to see you get that in your pocket. Barge.
A barge was moored against the dockside. It was a long way down, too far to jump.
Damn. Wouldn't mind exploring the barge.
The doors looked 100 years old, but they were still very sturdy. A sturdy chain and padlock hung around the door handles.
Another padlock jobby. Ah, look.
It read Condor Transglobal. I'd come to the right place. Now all I had to do was get inside.
Pull the sign off the wall.
This sign also looked firmly attached to the wall.
Okay.
That door seemed to be the only way into the warehouse. There was a little grill set into the door.
I'm going to look up here first.
It was a duct from a ventilation fan. The metal housing prevented me from getting to the fan.
Ah,
The window wasn't fully shut.
oh, hello. Got some bad guys here.
It was the creep who'd kidnapped Nico, and I had a score to settle. The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates.
That's weird. Okay. Fan.
It was a powerful fan. couldn't reach the blades of the fan, which was just as well. If I'd stuck my fingers in there, I'd never be able to play guitar again.
Let's jam the bugger in there. Huh?
That did the trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Hold my hook back.
Hey, you make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a
Crikey.
lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
Oh, he's a brutal.
Garzak? That must be his boss. The fan was a real mess. A splintered boat hook, dented blades, and a shorted motor.
So what's the point of doing that? Don't know. Oh, it's another window.
The window looked like it hadn't been opened for many years. The window was
Okay.
jammed shut.
What's the point of that then?
A fine old oak barrel.
Let's tap it. Get some wine out. Oh. Hello. This looks like... yeah, something to knock someone out. Right, I think I know what we're doing here. Check George out. Shimmying down that bloody ladder. Look through there.
The grill opened from the inside.
Okay. Oh, crikey.
Who is he?
Hello. Pizza delivery. I'm George Stobart. Someone from Global Doodad. And Ubier. Right, he's going to know who Ubier is. Might go for the pizza delivery thing.
Pizza delivery?
I didn't order pizza.
No? This is the Condor Trans Global Shipping Company, isn't it?
I don't like pizza.
Oh, come on. Everyone likes pizza.
Two right.
Maybe he was allergic to mozzarella.
Crikey, I'd have that. Although there isn't a pizza available, I know.
Hey,
What now?
Shove some pizza in his
Look.
face.
this pizza's been paid for. You might as well take it.
I told you, I don't like pizza.
Not even with extra olives?
I hate them. Olives are the devil's butt nuggets.
Crikey. Am I gonna get my head blown off?
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay, I'll come out, you creep.
I'll kick your head in. Bloody hell, let's get up here. George is getting a bit badass. I'll kick your head in. Crikey. Hello? Come on then. See, just do it standing there. I need him to move further over. Slide down that ladder. Oh, lovely. Alright, gonna get our heads blown off now, I reckon. I'm gonna kick your head in again. Get ready.
If
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay, I'll come out, you creep.
He's done the same thing. Okay. Quick. Now, if we stayed there, we'd probably die. Right, let's go across to the old apparatus. Oh, I haven't done the clamp. Maybe that's why. No. Ah! Oh, it's alerted him. Uh-huh. You're going downtown, mate. Oh yeah, nailed him. I wonder what the purpose of the fan was then, destroying that. Maybe he wouldn't have heard us knocking on the door, maybe otherwise. I don't know. Good.
It was an old, creaky, heavy, splintery wooden door.
They like describing doors in this game, so I always right-click them. Notice board.
There was a notice board beside the desk with an assortment of paperwork on it. Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Coromante City.
Coromante City. Drawer.
There was a small drawer in the desk. Knowing my luck, it was bound to be locked.
Hello.
The only interesting thing I found was a small brass key.
Crikey.
It was a small brass key.
Okay, filing cabinet.
A filing cabinet. It was locked.
I've gotcha.
The little brass key didn't fit the lock.
Oh, it did. Oh, that's bloody annoying.
The room was filled with Transglobal crates.
Yeah, where's that bloke gone? Oh,
Whoa!
crikey.
Don't shoot! The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen.
Good.
Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something. What? What do you want? He seemed excited, almost desperate. What did he want so bad?
Oh, he's pointing over there. What's he doing? He's pointing.
The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates. Hi. I'm not going to hurt you.
Guaramonte.
Is that where you're from? Coromante City?
Guaramonte. Guaramonte.
Okay. What have you done with my girlfriend?
Huh?
I am not leaving without her. Where is she? He didn't appear to understand me. Tell me what you've done with Nico, and I'll share these biscuits with you. I knew it sounded lame, trying to bargain with a box of doggy snacks. Besides, how was he to know how yummy they tasted?
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
Pay to. Lotse kapaito. Hinyakotla goino moto.
Indeed. No idea what that was about.
This was the dart you used to knock out my girlfriend. If she's come to any harm, I will count you personally responsible.
Lotse kapaito fnor.
What does this key unlock?
Huh?
Hello? Ah, right, he's tied up.
Hey, you're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay? Hey, come back
He's
here.
off.
The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates.
Wasn't the most exhaustive of searches, but okay, let him get on. Elevator. Elevator. Oh, lovely. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Hello?
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
Photoelectric cell.
It was a device to prevent the elevator doors closing when they were obstructed. Holding my hand in front of the eye would stop the doors from closing, but I couldn't stay like that forever.
A label. Stick it on there.
The label just wasn't sticky enough to stay in place.
Oh, rats. Worm. Bit of paper. Cone.
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do.
Bit of paper. No, that ain't gonna work.
I wasn't convinced.
Nope. No. Okie dokie.
The crate bore the familiar logo of Condor Transglobal, but no clues to its contents. The little crate was precariously balanced.
Air holes. Full of spiders, no doubt. Oh, shit. It's gonna fucking close. Oh.
There. That would keep the doors from closing.
That was annoying. Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. Okay, let's pick this bugger up.
I was wrestling with the small crate when I noticed the label on its side. Danger. Live contents do not drop.
Yeah, full of spiders.
No chance. Whatever those crates contained, they were heavy.
Okay, and that one's too heavy to budge. Okay, what else have we got here? Statue.
The statue looked as if it was Central or South American in origin. The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
And it's on a pallet.
It was a hydraulic hand cart. There wasn't enough room to move the handle.
Okay, so the boxes are in the way, so we can't move that. Pulley.
It was a pulley attached to a long rail which ran the length of the building. It wasn't much use, though. No rope.
Rope, you say?
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
Okay, so it's not long enough. Pennies. When in doubt, use panties. No. Panties with mandibles.
That was no good.
Booger. Alright, fine. Let's see what else is going on here.
I realized the doors must lead to a loading platform high above the dockside. A sturdy beam was jammed across the doors. These doors were not going to open.
Bugger. Window.
The window was not designed to open.
Right, we're being told we can't get out this way.
There was no way to open that window.
Don't know. Chuck something through it. Okay, what's going on here then? Oh, hello. Okay, that's framed. Perfectly framed.
It was the elevator call button.
Okay, I don't want to press that.
An unmarked switch. Tempting.
Press the fucker. Hello, Vicar.
I noticed a faint mark on the wooden floor.
A minute. Apologies. Call of nature. Okay, right, where were we? Scratch marks.
There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall.
Secret door.
There didn't appear to be any difference in the paneling of this part of the wall. My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall.
I can see it there.
Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling.
Hello.
Just as I'd hoped. A secret room.
Get in there, mate.
Nico! Nico was trussed up like a chicken, but she didn't appear to be harmed. Hold still. This might hurt a little.
Ow!
Think yourself lucky you don't have a mustache.
Thank God it's you, George. How did you find me?
I'll explain later. We have to get out of here.
Where's Pablo, the big guy?
Out cold. Too much wine doesn't agree with him. Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. Untie me this instant.
You know, last time he didn't untie her for ages and then kissed her.
It was a grotesque little statue of a figure carrying a shield and a spear.
I'll have that.
George, what are you doing?
Will you look at this?
Put it down and untie me.
Do you know what it is?
No, but it's been watching me for the last 24 hours. Pablo
Spooky.
put it there. To scare me, I think.
It was a small statue of a kneeling figure in an ornate headdress. The head was hideous, with huge staring eyes set in a decomposing face.
Crikey.
Hey, somebody's marketing Lobino dolls.
George, untie me now.
Better do that.
It was a short length of rope tied tightly
Rope?
around Nico's slim wrists.
We need rope.
There. How you feeling?
Oh, thanks, George. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Oubier had been in Marseille. But never mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan stone?
I picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes. The proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it up to act as his courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I'd expected, they sent me that stone instead. And to find out more, I called Professor Oubier, who invited me to his mansion. At least, I thought it was Oubier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America. It could be Karzak's means of getting them to work for him. Anyway, we've got to get out of here.
Okay.
Nico, wait!
Is anything else? Nope.
We can't use the elevator. If that thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting for us.
We've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
Right, we've got to get this statue to smash through that by the looks of it. But
Nico looked well considering her ordeal.
let's have a chat first. Oh my Christ.
Okay, tell me what you know about Condor.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing yet.
Well, that's no bloody
Do you
good.
know where Condor is based?
In Central America. A place called Quaramonte.
I saw that name on a docket downstairs. Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightens me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes, they're like a wild animal's, like a tiger. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Dealing with a particularly nasty fucker.
Did you know Oubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Oubier himself.
A murderer, huh? André said he was something of a celebrity.
Did I hear you refer to Inspector Mou?
Yes, you remember him?
Yeah, remember him?
Of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over. When he found out who was in with the Neo-Templars, he went into hiding. Mu knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling. Still, he got a sudden promotion.
Yeah, so in the first game, if you remember, Mu used to be... Well, he was the sidekick to the Inspector. What was he called? Rousseau or something. And then just randomly went to the police station that day and they said that he was dead. There was a different chap on the desk. And I thought that was weird at the time. So he must have found out that Rousseau was part of the Knights Templar thing. Anyway, there we are.
Did
Interesting.
that Indian guy mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
I don't think he knows where he is or what he's doing here. The big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
What?
Titty what?
Titipoco. That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
Titipoco.
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir.
Can make it into an earring for her for Christmas.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's quite plain enough.
Indeed.
Look, the little guy downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him, though. That little guy is dangerous.
You're still sore about that poison dart?
Of course I'm sore.
Okay. Right.
It was the rope the Indian had used to tie Nico to a chair.
Right, we got
Boy,
the rope.
what a souvenir. It was the strip of masking tape which the big Indian had used to gag Nico.
Okay, right, we got tape. Right, we should be able to use the rope then, yeah?
It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Fair enough. Okay, right, so then...
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
Short chain. Tape.
That wouldn't... The rope was attached around the neck of the statue.
Okay.
The rope wasn't long enough to reach the pulley.
So, could attach that. Yeah, bugger. How the hell then? So it would make sense to attach that to the rope. But once we do that, we can't select another item. That's very annoying.
The rope wasn't long enough to reach the pulley. The pulley was useless without a rope.
Pennies. Pennies on the rope. Don't know what to do. Let's talk to Nico.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Okay, George. I don't know what to do.
I couldn't move the crate until I'd blocked the light beam with something else. Hopefully, the tape would prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
Right, so then what the hell do we do with this? Right, yeah. We can move that onto there. Now we can push this out of the way. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Right, now we can do something with this. Okay. Right, that makes sense.
The pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics.
What on earth are you doing?
Trying to raise the statue so I can hook it to that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress.
Yeah, don't worry, lover. We got this. Right. God knows what we do after that, though. Okay. Now what? Winch it down. Okay.
It was too heavy for me to move on my own.
Okay, right, Nico.
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Okay.
Okay, push!
Yeah.
Great teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobart.
All right.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Let's go down the lift. No, better not. Okay, right, here we go. Nico's just fucking off somewhere else. Hello. Now what? Okay, we were there last time. Cable.
A cable stretched way out across the docks to a building in the distance. I thought about hanging from the cable with my bare hands, but it was too far to the other end of the cable to escape that way.
Aha.
Nico, I have a great idea.
Okie doke. Hello. Yeah. Oh, crap.
Josh, where have you been?
Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, André. Give the stone to George.
well, of course, if you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
Georgie told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Coromante City.
Coromante is in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Quaramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central America. Well, that's how it was translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Transglobal seemed a good place to start.
Someone's watching us. Okay. I'm going to leave it here. We are in Quaramonte City. Quaramonte.
Hey, it's market day.
Oh.
I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Oh, we're not in the city.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
Check out George's shades. I bloody hope we can't talk. Don't have to talk to all these, thank God. There's enough though. There's a goat. Damn goats. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Made it through the docks in one piece. And next episode we'll be exploring Coromante City, if we ever get there. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Cheerio. I can't remember how you spell it. That ain't right. Let's put it there. Lovely.